What is going on, you guys? It is another episode of the Sci-Fly Zone where the multiverse meets a seventh inning stretch. It's your boys Trenton and CJ, and today's destination is Major League Baseball. We're going to be going over some of the league's unexpected top performers, some of the league's best players who are currently playing as expected, and also some of the unexpected struggling players that we're currently seeing in the league. And each of us will be giving a batter and pitcher who fit those categories, along with some honorable mentions along the way. If you enjoy the video or this kind of content, please hit the like button as it greatly helps the channel, and don't forget to check out our shorts content as it has our videos best and funniest moments as well. But let's get into the swing of things. CJ, lead us off.
I like it. So just to start off with some honorable mentions, I want to say Bryce Terang has been off to a real hot start with the bat. He's a great player, but he's more of a defensive first guy, not really known for his offense, but he's been off to a great start offensively this year. And another guy, Taj Bradley for the Twins, has been excellent for them. In 4 starts, he's got an ERA of 1.25 with 29 strikeouts and 21 innings. So he's just off to a great start. He was in Tampa trying for a little bit, couldn't really figure it out with them, came over to Minnesota and immediately just has 4 of the best starts of his career. So those 2 guys, just wanted to mention them up front. Really great pieces for their team so far.
Yeah, also it totally makes sense that the unexpected guys are on Milwaukee and Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So for my first official unexpected great player so far, I'm gonna go with the guy who is an exciting player, but just unexpected performance based off of his previous seasons. I'm gonna go with O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz, I feel like, has the potential to be one of the best players in baseball. He's got the contact, the power, and the speed. He just has seemingly in the past either struck out too much or hasn't been able to get on base enough, but he's been putting everything together so far this year. He's got a 355 batting average with a 429 on base percentage, a 645 slugging for a 1.074 OPS. He has just been incredible offensively. He has 5 homers with 16 RBI as well in 16 games. So just off to a great start. The Pirates are currently in first place in the NL Central, and he's been a huge reason for that.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, when he made his debut, I was like, this guy's MLB The Show creative player. With how tall he is, how fast he is, the power he has, it's insane. But, you know, like you said, he hasn't just quite been able to put it all together either with the bat or the defense or something like that. But 355 batting average with the slugging, like, that is just incredible. I'm really hope he can keep it up for the whole season.
Yeah, me too, man. It's been great to see him. He's such an exciting player, and I think it makes the game better if the young, exciting guys are performing well. So I hope that continues for him this season.
Yeah, same. Plus, Paul Skeens can take all of the offense he can get.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
So one of the unexpected best performers that I have is Jordan Walker. Here's the story behind him. He's a 2020 first round pick who made a solid debut in 2023, hitting 16 homers, 51 RBI, and 116 hits in 117 games, ending the year with a 276 average and a 787 OPS. So not bad, especially since being a first round pick, made his debut in less than 5 years. Like, there's definitely a lot of hype surrounding this guy after that first season, but he just hasn't quite been able to put it together since then. In 2024 and 2025, he's averaged a 208 batting average and a 601 OPS. But this year, as of today, April 14th, when recording this, Jordan Walker in 16 games is currently leading MLB in home runs with 8, and he's 7th in MLB in RBI with 15, and he's batting .333 with a 1.161 OPS. Like, I'm just happy he's finally been able to really bring everything together because he's shown that he has potential. I mean, first round pick, made his debut quick, had a pretty decent first season, and I just really hope he can keep it up because his 162 game average for this season is 81 home runs. So I wouldn't mind watching that happen.
That would be insane. Imagine he breaks the home run record in his first solid full season. My gosh, that'd be insane.
Hey, we're calling it here first if he does it.
Come back to this video when it happens, man.
It's probably not going to happen, but
I'm really happy that Jordan Walker's been playing as well as he has. He's been off to the best start of his career.
Yeah, plus he also has the most hits, home runs, RBIs, and highest batting average and OPS on the Cardinals. And he also became the 4th Cardinals player in franchise history to hit at least 7 home runs in the team's first 15 games, behind Mark McGwire, Scott Rowland, and Albert Pujols.
Yeah, that is a hell of a group to be included in, dude. Some of the best hitters of all time.
Yeah, bro.
So for my unexpected great pitcher, I'm going to go with the guy who's been in the league for a little bit, Jeffrey Springs. He's shown some glimpses of being a solid pitcher, but he's missed some time here and there, bouncing back and forth between the bullpen and starting pitching. But so far, through his first couple starts, he's been one of the best pitchers in the American League for the A's. He has 18 and a third innings pitched. He's only allowed 3 runs for a 1.47 ERA and a 0.76 whip. And hitters are batting 131 against him this season so far. He's just been incredible at preventing base runners. And speaking of preventing base runners, he took a no-hitter into the 7th against the Yankees the other day. So he's just been lights out for the A's. Not necessarily a strikeout guy, never really has been. He's more of a pitch to contact, but the ball is getting put in play softly and his defenders are backing him up.
Yeah, and that's honestly the kind of ball that the A's play, you know. I feel like they don't really have the kind of pitchers who get a lot of strikeouts. More often than not, I feel like they are more pitch to contact guys. I mean, but that also might just be because most of the high strikeout pitchers are a lot more expensive. That might just be the reason. I don't know. It could be a little bit of both, but either way, the way he plays like fits perfectly into what the A's have going on, and I'm really happy to see that it's working for them because the A's have a pretty fun team, and I think in a couple of years they could be one of the contenders for first place.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I mean, we've seen how competitive this AL West has been so far, and I feel like it's going to be like that for the next couple of years. So the teams that just get a little bit better and better each year are going to end up winning the division at some point, and I could totally see the A's doing that. And with how competitive the AL West has been, the A's will take this from Jeffrey Springs as much as they can get.
Yeah, and another pitcher that has been doing the absolute most for their team, Jose Soriano, for our team, the Angels. I know I'm wearing a Phillies hat, but I really like this hat. But we're Angels fans, and we are lucky to have possibly the best starting pitcher in Major League Baseball right now. Jose Soriano has the lowest ERA in MLB at 0.33 through 27 innings, the 4th most thrown in Major League Baseball right now, and he has 31 strikeouts, tied for the league's best. And he also has a 0.67 whip, 3rd best in the league. And batters are only hitting 103 against him, which is also the best in the league. I mean, these numbers are so staggering as well because his last 3 seasons as an Angel before this saw him averaging a 3.77 ERA, a 1.31 whip, and an opponent batting average of .229, which, you know, not bad, but that sounds much more like Angels starting pitcher. And he was expected to be worse this year based on the trends of where he was going in his career as they got closer to this year. But somehow he's just found a way to become the best pitcher in Major League Baseball for a team that has desperately needed an ace. And my God, we are so thankful to have him. Like, we haven't seen a pitcher throw at this level, I would say, since like peak Jared Weaver level.
That was literally the only guy I could think of as a comparison is Jared Weaver. That's like the best that we've had. But Jose Soriano has been off to the start of his lifetime. I mean, he's been the most dominant pitcher in baseball. He has to be pitcher of the month. Like, there's no one else that could have that award for this month at all. It's been so great to see him performing as well as he has. It's been a little frustrating or scary at times watching him as an Angels fan the last couple of years because it feels like it was a lot of what we had seen before, guys that have like the potential to be great, who can in the future be really, really good for us, but it doesn't really work out. It is currently working out for Jose Soriano, though. He's figured it out. He's not trying to overthrow everything. He's trusting his talent and his ability, and it's just been working out as well as it could have.
Yeah, and since I broke down how well Jordan Walker did in comparison to his team, I don't think I need to really break down how Jose Soriano is doing relative to the Angels, do I?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's leading the Angels in probably every category you could think of.
Yeah, but before we move on to the next category, I got to give my honorable mentions. We got to call out CJ Abrams. He's having a phenomenal start for Washington. He's a guy who's always had a little bit of speed, nice bit of contact, a little bit of defense, but not like top 5 in almost every offensive category. You know what I mean? Like, he's putting together a really good start along with Andy Pages and Drake Baldwin as well. It's really cool to see that they're continuing on their success from last season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 young hitters that you mentioned there too, like guys who don't have a ton of experience in the league, but are really breaking out and turning it, getting very comfortable at this level of competition. So that's great to see.
Yeah, 100%. So now let's move on to the guys who are currently playing up to expectations.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to start off with honestly one of the best corner outfielders in all of baseball, and that's Corbin Carroll. He's just been one of the best lefties in the game. He really has every skill you could want. He's got the power, he's got the speed, he's got the glove, and he's just been doing everything for the Diamondbacks this year. He's got a 321 batting average with a 1.026 OPS. He's got 17 hits in 15 games, and 9 of those hits are for extra bases. So more than half of his hits are extra base hits, going in the gap or over the fence. He's got 4 doubles, 2 homers, and he has 3 triples already. 2 weeks into the season, he's got 3 triples.
Wow.
That Diamondback Stadium is perfect for him, man. He pulls a ball to the gap, and he is just off for the races. It's incredible to see. He hasn't gotten a ton of opportunities to steal bases this year. He's only got 1 stolen base, hasn't been caught yet, but he's probably going to lead the MLB in triples for the 3rd year in a row.
He's on pace for 18.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. He's led the National League in triples for the last 3 seasons, and he might as well just do that until he retires.
Yeah, and to go on top of him performing to expectations, he was listed as a top 20 player going into this season. So it's awesome to see that he's doing it for a team like Arizona, who honestly needs all the star power they can get as well, because they're competing against the Dodgers and the Padres and the Giants, but especially the Dodgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my batter, Yordan Alvarez. From 2021 to 2024, he averaged 34 home runs, and then he suffered an injury in 2025 that only led him to hit 6 homers in 48 games. He's already hit 6 home runs in just 17 games played while batting .321 with the second highest OPS in Major League Baseball at 1.201. Yordan is indeed back and playing at the level that we seriously expected him to be, being one of the most feared left-handed bats in the league. And he's also leading his team in home runs, RBIs, walks, on-base percentage, and OPS, and has the second most hits on the team besides Altuve, who he's only 1 behind.
Wow. Yeah, man. He's been off to an incredible start. Yordan Alvarez has just been an incredible hitter throughout the 2020s. I know he didn't look like himself last year in the games that he was able to play, but throughout the 2020s, he's just been one of the best left-handed hitters in all of baseball. Like you mentioned, when he's healthy, he's one of the most feared hitters in the game. And it's been so great to see him be healthy because he's really fun to watch hit. He's just an extra base hit machine, 30 doubles, 30 homers every year, 100 RBIs, like just one of the most consistent baseball players when he's healthy.
Yeah, and the exit velos, oh my gosh, bring a glove to Houston.
Yeah, man. I don't think he's ever done a home run derby, but we need to see him in a home run derby.
I think he would at least make the semifinals.
Yeah, he would crush on some baseballs. Yeah, great pick. Really good for Yordan. So for my expected great pitcher, I'm going to go with a guy who is on a new team now, who is actually playing in a new country now, because he just signed one of the biggest contracts in the free agency with the Toronto Blue Jays. Dylan Cease has been off to a very, very dominant start. He currently has a 2.45 ERA with 26 strikeouts in 14 and 2/3 innings. That's good for a 16 K per 9. Dylan Cease has just been striking out every single batter that puts a bat in their hand. I mean, he is like consistently for the last 5 years, he's been a strikeout guy. He has 200 strikeouts in each of his last 5 seasons, and he might have his most strikeouts in a single season this year. I mean, just the pace that he's off to right now has been incredible. Just completely dominant. I mean, after his first start, he struck out 12 batters in 5 1/3 innings. He had a negative FIP. His FIP was in the negatives. That's how dominant he was. Kevin Gausman as well has been great for them, but that 1-2 punch between him and Dylan Cease is going to be extremely scary this year.
Wow, that is crazy. Am I stupid for not knowing you could have a negative FIP?
No, it's pretty rare. It is very rare, but yeah, you got to be the best. That's going to happen, and Dylan Cease so far has been the best.
Wow, that is wild. And I'm sure that feels really good for him because there were a decent amount of naysayers saying that he got too much money in his contract.
Yeah, I do remember that. There were definitely some people saying that he didn't deserve it, he didn't earn it. I mean, I can kind of understand it because he has had a couple seasons with a bit of a higher ERA, like 4.5 area. But I mean, the strikeout numbers are still there. His walks can be high sometimes, but if he's able to keep it under control, then he's going to have an ERA under 3 with 220 strikeouts.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. The guy that I'm going to talk about, he also has an ERA under 3, or else why would I be talking about him? But that's Max Fried. 4 starts so far. He's thrown the second most innings pitched in baseball so far at 28, with a 1.93 ERA to match along with a 0.75 whip, which is the seventh best in baseball, and 20 strikeouts while holding opponents to a 167 batting average. And his whole career, he's been a workhorse. Like when he's not injured or dealing with the pandemic, he's averaging close to 30 starts a year with a 3.13 ERA. And last year, he made his career high in starts in a single season while pitching to a 2.86 ERA in a new ballpark, in a new league, going from Atlanta to New York, while throwing the most innings and pitches he's ever thrown in his career, while still retaining success and dominance when fatigue and injury could very easily take over, knock on wood. But so far this year, I mean, he's certainly continuing what he started last year.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Max Fried has been one of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball for a couple years now, and it's honestly he does go under the radar sometimes. I feel like because at least for me, because he doesn't throw super hard. Lefty. He's like 95, 96, 97, but he's just dominant. He gets it done, and he gets guys out, and he prevents runs from scoring.
Yeah. And like he does occasionally have like a streak of two or three starts where he's a little wobbly as well. So I think that also kind of factors into a bit of a feel of underrated for him. But I think that's just baseball sometimes. Like you're not always going to be consistently the best. And that's why baseball is so hard because the season is so long. You're probably going to have cold stretches.
Yeah, 100%. I remember his second half last year wasn't exactly what it was in the first half, but I mean, in the first half, he arguably could have been the All-Star game starter because he was one of, if not the best pitcher in the first half of last year. And he seems to be doing that again. He's just really, really great pitcher for the Yankees.
Yeah, man. But instead of underrated, who do you think's underperforming?
This one pains me to say because this is my favorite non-Angel player. Honestly, both of these guys are some of my favorite non-Angels players.
Mm-hmm.
But Jose Ramirez has been off to a really slow start so far. He's got a 200 batting average, a 297 on base. He's only slugging 354, and he has a 651 OPS. Very not Jose Ramirez-esque. I mean, in the last 4 years, he's averaged an 859 OPS in each of his last 4 seasons. And he's going to hit close to 30 homers. He's going to hit 30 or 40 doubles. He's going to steal 30 or 40 bases. The good news is he is still fast. He's still stealing the bases. He's got 7 steals so far. That's kind of the nice thing about being Jose Ramirez is that when you're that talented in that many aspects of the game, even if the power is not necessarily there, you can still steal when you get on base, but just hasn't been getting on base a lot. He has been struggling, and the Guardians are currently tied for first place, but if Jose Ramirez was currently on his game, then they would be 3-4 games ahead of anyone else.
Yeah, the Guardians definitely need him more than anybody else to be on their A game if they're competing.
Yeah, he is the leader of that ball club. He's Mr. Guardian at this point for as far as I care. He's the anchor for that team. And if he's not doing well, then that the Guardians aren't really up to their potential.
Yeah. My guy who's currently not playing up to his potential, and it also pains me to say it because I've been a really big fan of this guy for the last couple of years. That is Josh Naylor. Going from being a guy who in 2022 to 2025 averaged a 275 batting average with 22 homers and 94 RBI with an 801 OPS per year during that span to currently just batting 127 with a 436 OPS. That's 8 hits and 63 at-bats. He only has 2 extra base hits on the whole year so far, as he actually had a 2-homer game yesterday. So I pray that is a change in the tide for Naylor because, wow, that is not the Josh Naylor that we know at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a surprising start from Josh Naylor. Over the last couple of years, he's been turning into one of the best first basemen in baseball, and he is just off to one of the worst starts of anybody this year. And he was huge for the Diamondbacks when they were competing. He was huge for the Mariners' run for them in the playoffs, and they need him to do well. Like we mentioned, how competitive this AL West is. So everybody needs to be on their game. The Mariners need Josh Naylor to be back in Josh Naylor form.
Yeah, 100%. So who are you going to finish the video off with?
So another guy who I really enjoy watching, who has not been great so far in the season, is going to be Logan Webb. I feel like I say it every time we talk about Logan Webb on this channel. He's been one of the most consistent starting pitchers in the 2020s. Seems like every year you know what you're going to get from him. 190 innings, 3.2, 3.3 ERA, but he has struggled so far. He's currently sitting at a 5.25 ERA through his first 4 starts, including his first start where he allowed 7 runs, 6 earned in his first start against the Yankees through 5 innings, where he was just not looking like himself. He was just getting hit all over the place, extra base hits, singled to death, like just throwing very hittable pitches. And he has had a solid start. He did go 7 innings, give up 1 run, but he was still letting a lot of guys on base. He still gave up 7 hits, and that's kind of been his thing, is that when you're a contact pitcher, like he is, pitch to contact, you're not necessarily a wipeout, strikeout guy. Guys are going to be putting the ball in play, and your defense can't make every play for you. And sometimes the ball is going to skip past them. Sometimes the ball is going to drop, and that's just part of the gamble when you're the type of pitcher that Logan Webb is. And so far, it has not been working out for him because guys have been seeing him well, and they've been hitting him well. He is not the looking like the Logan Webb that we know him as.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to do what Jeffrey Springs is doing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Jeffrey Springs is doing everything that Logan Webb is trying and should be doing. Yeah, the Giants have been off to a slow start. They've been struggling, man. They have the same record as the Rockies right now. They're 6-10. So they need Logan Webb to figure it out and get locked back in.
Yeah, 100%, because they have a very, very competitive division and they need all the help that they can get.
Absolutely.
So, last but I don't want to say least, but man, we got Garrett Crochet. Over the years, he's established himself as one of the clear pitching talents in the league. I mean, he transitioned into becoming a starting pitcher in 2024 after pitching relief for the White Sox from 2020 to 2024 before being traded to the Red Sox and having his best season of his career, arguably, throwing 255 strikeouts with a 1.03 whip and a .217 opponent batting average. I mean, that's consistent. That is workhorse stuff. He's nasty. But what's weird is this season so far, as can be assumed by the timing I'm bringing him up, he's getting shelled. And what's even more weird is he started the year off hot. He had a great start versus the Reds in his first start, throwing 6 scoreless innings, only allowing 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. But since then, in his following 3 starts, he's allowed 20 hits, 16 runs, and 13 innings pitched. And here's the key stat for me that tells me something is clearly off with Garrett Crochet. The hit batsman that he's accumulated over these 3 starts. He has hit 4 batters over these 3 starts. Before this, he had only hit 11 guys in 131 appearances. He used to average roughly going 12 games before hitting a single guy. Now he's hit 4 and 3.
Whoa, something feels up. That is an insane difference. Wow. Yeah, man. I mean, I've definitely been shocked by this start from Garrett Crochet. Obviously, he had one of the best seasons in baseball last year, finishing second in Cy Young in only his second year as a starting pitcher. And this year, he seems like a completely different guy. I don't know what's up with him, man.
I don't know, but the kids are not eating in Boston right now.
No, they are not. No. Yeah, that they need Garrett Crochet to lead them as an ace, as the ace that he was last year. But yeah, it's been looking scary, man, at times. He gave up 10 earned runs in 1 2/3 innings in a start. Just not at all what they need from him.
Yeah, and it's not like most of these hit batsmen that I was talking about happen in one game. Like, it happened over the span of all 3 starts, like his most 3 recent ones. So I feel like he might just have a classic case of the yips.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be something going on there. Maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe he's trying too hard to replicate what he did last year. But yeah, man, it's concerning. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Is it going to be like last year was just a flash in the pan, or is he gonna figure this out and truly be one of the best pitchers in baseball?
Yeah, who knows? But those are currently some of the top performers, expected performers, and underperformers. So if you liked this content, let us know. We can do another video, a couple weeks from now to do a little update. We can also do a little highlights update, standings update. We can do all sorts of updates for you guys. So if you enjoyed the content, please drop that like button, hit that sub button if you really want to stick around. We also do content regarding Marvel, DC, The Boys, all that fun stuff. So if you guys like that stuff, then please hit the sub button and watch some of our other stuff. And don't forget to check out our shorts as well, as it has our videos, best moments and funniest moments. So thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you on the next one. Peace.